Hello, hello, and welcome everyone. My name is Daniela Alina Viola, and I am an awakening and ascension guide, and it is my great honor and pleasure to serve as your guide through this process, through this channeled healing tonight, which is going to assist and support you in your coming into wholeness, into the truth of your being, and embodying your very greatest and highest self. So in this session, what we're going to do is we're going to dive into some multidimensional quantum healing and clearing of past life traumas, wounds, and we're going to get into a bit of letting go, right? So we're going to be talking a bit about letting go and allowing the fears, traumas, and shocks, many of which are subconscious, they're sitting in the unconscious realm. And we're going to do some nice clearing on that to reflect in your outer and inner reality. So this is, as always, such an exciting time to be here on the planet and to be part of this great awakening that we all as a collective, as well as individuals, are processing at this moment. And we are on the precipice of one of the greatest cosmic events, the Great Conjunction that we are all gearing up for. And that has really been my inspiration in these past couple of weeks in these healings with you all, is to prepare, to help prepare you in being able to utilize these energies in a way that's going to propel you into the next year, into 2021, on your very greatest and highest timeline. So I am so thrilled and excited in this process tonight with setting the intention to clear deep-rooted quantum level healings, traumas, wounds, to allow you to free up as much energy as possible so you can embody even more of that higher light and that higher resonance down into the cellular level that always reflects out in the light that you see in your life. So a couple of things before we get into it. It's going to be a little bit different. I know that for some of you who have been with me before, we've done this kind of process before. But for those that are new, we're going to be releasing fears. We're going to be going into past lives this evening, or this afternoon, or this morning, wherever or whenever you are, past, present, and future. And we're going to go through a shock and trauma release. So at one point, I'm going to ask you to open up your eyes and to take a look at the chart on the screen. And that chart is going to have a whole bunch of words on it. And the first word that you see when you open your eyes, that's the word for you. Okay. And that's going to make sense for you when we go through this process. But just understand that the first word that you see that is for you, it may not make logical or linear sense to you in that moment, but just trust that that is the word for you. What we're doing is we are connecting with the energies. We're connecting with the vibration that is going to connect you energetically to those past lives, into the quantum realm that's going to allow you to tap deeper in and do a much deeper clearing that way. So many times these words, they act as a gateway for you. It doesn't have to make logical sense. This is a feeling process. So we're going to start off with a heart-based and a heart-opening process first, to get us into that space before we start going into the healing and the clearing. Okay, one other thing I wanted to talk about, and that had come through quite profoundly, is to just discuss a bit about letting go. So right now, what's happening on the planet is there's a huge transition that's happening on a global level for all of us. And this is reflected in our individual lives, as well as in the collective reality that we see out in, in the communities and on the global stage. And what's happening with that is the old structures that do not serve the highest and greatest good are beginning to crumble, and they're beginning to fall. And we see this in our own lives. I think that everyone can attest to it in their own lives, that there's these shifts and changes. We're being forced into uncomfortable spaces and places in our minds, in our hearts, and in our physical environment, where we're kind of being pushed right into an uncomfortable place or position, whether that's losing a job or shifting jobs, moving, relationships shifting and changing. Things are happening very, very quickly, very rapidly. And it can be challenging, right? To hold your own space for yourself and be able to go through these transitions with ease and grace without being knocked over or knocked on your tush, so to speak, where you're like, for a day or two, trying to figure it out or process what's happening. So what's come through is the concept and the practice of letting go, and to really take some time to think about that in your own life of what it is that you can let go of, and whether that is a situation or a place, or maybe it's a pattern in your life that keeps showing up again and again where you feel stuck. It could be belief system or ideas that you hold that when you really think about it, you realize, that doesn't really serve me anymore. Maybe 10 years ago that served me, or maybe it served me at that time in my life where, say, something traumatic happened to you and you adopted or adapted a new process or way of seeing or perceiving the world that served you then, but it's not serving you now. And just taking some time to meditate on that, to really just go inside and ask yourself, what is it that I can let go of? What is it that doesn't serve me anymore? And to tap into that and to ask, if you don't have an idea, well, maybe you understand what it is you want to let go, but you just don't know how to, then you can always consult, your team in spirit. Your team in spirit is really just aspects of you. It is the aspects of you, because we are multidimensional beings. It's the aspects of yourself that vibrate at a higher rate and are in another dimension, because we're multidimensional beings. So just calling on, whether you want to call them your angels, your guides, your masters, your teachers, your team in spirit, whatever works for you, but call on them and ask for their assistance and support in this process. And just say, please, angels, guides, masters, and teachers, come and assist and support me in letting go of whatever it may be. And support me in such a way with clear signals, signs, synchronicities that allow me to know that this is a path that is going to assist and support me in this letting go. And just by asking that, you get the energies conditioned to assist and support you. And believe me, your team is always with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, just waiting and eavesdropping on you. But because it's a free will zone here, you have to ask. They can't intercede without your actually reaching out and asking. So ask, and I assure you that the situation, circumstances, people's will come into your reality, and you'll have an idea. You'll know, maybe that's part of the solution. And the trick is to be present with that, right? Is to actually be aware when those things come into your environment, and to stop for a moment and pause and really take note of that, because we're so busy, right? So much of the time, maybe not so much now as we were, say, before this whole pandemic began, but still we have a tendency to chalk things off or to not acknowledge those subtleties that are just jam-packed with knowledge and downloads and inspiration for you. So taking that moment and really allowing yourself to absorb that little synchronicity or circumstance and say, hey, that's part of it. And if you have to write it down to ground it out into your reality, write it down, put a note in your phone, do something that can support you in that process. So asking is a wonderful way. And another way is commanding, using commands. As many of you know, in my work, I use largely commands. We live in a ask and you shall receive realm here. And just by commanding it forth, that you command forth the release and letting go, or say it's something really big, say it's an important relationship in your life that you just know doesn't work for you anymore, but there's codependency there and you're just not able to get out of it. You can just command it forth that you are ready. Just command forth, I am ready. I'm ready to let go of whatever that is. And show me the way, show me guides, show me my angels, show me God, show me source, show me how I can do this. And I assure you, again, that the answers will come. Okay, so letting go, taking that time. Okay. Very good. So I am very excited for our session next week. Just a little bit of housekeeping. Next week's session is a very special master class. So it's not going to be our typical Sunday evening session, but rather it's going to be a master class all around the Great Conjunction. There are so many amazing cosmic events right now that are all in energetic support of our awakening and our ascension. And I'm just so thrilled. I'm really, really thrilled. So many juicy tidbits, information, and tools, as well as activations are going to happen in next week's session. And that is a masterclass. It's going to start at 7:30 Eastern. And that is on, I believe, December 13th. And that's going to be from 7:30 to 9 o'clock. That is going to be a webinar. It's going to be a paid for webinar. I'm going to be sending out the invite and registration link for that tomorrow. So keep an eye out in your email boxes for that invite. Yeah, and it's going to just be jam-packed with activation. And the goal and the intent of that is to support you, to provide you with tools that you can listen to and draw from over and over and over again as we go through this massive portal. So just in short, because I'm not an astrologer, but there's so many cosmic events. So we just had a lunar eclipse that was on the 30th of November. We have a solar eclipse coming up, I believe, on the 14th of November. Of December. And then we also have the 12/12 gateway happening on December 12th. And then we have the Great Conjunction, which is the Saturn and Jupiter conjunction. And that is happening on the winter solstice. And what all of these cosmic events are doing is they're guiding us, they're preparing us for a whole new vibrational frequency of living. And this is for everyone on the planet, and really for everything on the planet. Everyone on this planet is going to be receiving an upgrade through this gateway. And this gateway of these really high vibrational frequencies that are bombarding the planet goes from, I believe, from the 12th of December to the 20th of January. So during that time, and I'm going to be talking all about this, what that looks like, what that means for you, how you can best prepare for it, and the activations that we're going to go through that you're going to be able to listen to over and over again. So you're not going to want to miss that. It's going to be fantastic. So excited. Okay. So for tonight, yes, I'm going to have you guys open up your eyes at 1 or 2 points in the work. If you have water nearby, drink some water. If you need to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom, and we're going to start. Okay. I'm going to just drink some water. Beautiful. Okay, ready to go. So in this, if you can, have your back straight. If you can lie down, lie down. If you have a comfortable chair, if you can lean your head back, all perfect. Okay, I'm going to have you take a nice deep breath and just close your eyes. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just really landing into the body. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just allowing the seat or the bed or the couch to support your body. And allowing yourself to let go. And just naturally breathing in and out now. Just withdrawing from the outside world and going within. We are one with the presence, power, and the consciousness of spirit. The creative God force that moves within all things. We open our hearts to the love and to the warmth of divine presence. I command for grace and healing for each person in this group, past, present, and future, to bring each person into the most perfect healing, wholeness, and alignment in this time. I dedicate myself to the service of each person in this group and to the service of the whole of creation in the highest and best good. We command that all the healing, love, and support available to us in the universe come to us now. Please clear me, each person in this group and in our working space. I command that if there is anything stopping us from working together, any blocks, attachments, resistances, any issues, interference, programs, beliefs, sabotages, self-sabotages, perceptions, feelings, judgments, thoughts, discordant energy, fears, contracts, soul contract programming, promises, agreements, expectations, or anything that hasn't been mentioned in this or any other language that needs to be cleared. Please may be cleared now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I command an alignment to the energies of December 6, 2020, and give thanks that all the astrological and galactic influences be enhanced for maximum alignment. We now command an energetic alignment with this group to facilitate maximum interconnection throughout this healing and clearing. Thank you. We call forth the custodians of the body consciousness to co-create harmoniously with us and with our divine selves, to enhance and facilitate our process to the light, at one with all that is. Are you willing to give me access to the necessary information for perfect healing of body, mind, and spirit? And join me in this service now. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. We command an alignment with our healing teams in the higher dimensions, those who will work co-creatively with us, only with the purest love and compassion, purest integrity and grace for the highest will and good of all beings. We welcome and embrace the overlighting healing diva, the God Pan, the White Brotherhood psychic surgeons, the medical and healing teams, the great goddess, the angels and archangels, all-star family working with us, all-star councils working with us. Come, 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 and assist and support us in this most perfect healing of past life traumas, woundings, fears. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We ask for a clear and a perfect channel of the highest vibrations of love and light, dedicated to the service of the divine and all that is. Please balance and align all higher dimensional grids to the grid structures in our personal fields and in our working space to create protection, clarity, stability, and perfect alignment. Thank you. We call on the spirits, the energies, the angels and archangels of the north, south, east, and west, above, below, in the heart, to assist and support us in this healing and hold it grounded in a safe space. Beautiful. I now invite you to bring your attention to your heart and just feeling into your beautiful heart. And find the diamond light of spark, the spark of source deep within the heart. The heart is your portal gateway to your higher aspects, to your guides, your team in spirit, to the archangels, and to source. I invite you to breathe light into that spark, into the center of the center of the center of your heart. And just breathe in the light. And as you breathe in, illuminate that light. And breathing in, and that light gets brighter and brighter. And as you exhale, breathe out that light 360 degrees around your entire body. Breathe in and illuminate, and breathe out and radiate. Breathing in and breathing out, radiating pure diamond light. And we're now going to unify our chakras through the heart center. And bringing your attention to your lower chakras, to your solar plexus. And breathing into the solar plexus, right around the area of the diaphragm. Sense, see, and perceive the solar plexus. And see it spinning 6 inches in diameter, spinning clockwise. Beautiful golden color. And merge that solar plexus into the heart chakra. And seeing the light. The chakra itself stays there, but is golden and is just blending into the heart chakra. Very good. Now bring your attention to your sacral chakra right around your belly button, just below the belly button. And seeing that chakra spinning clockwise, 6 inches in diameter. And perceiving, seeing, and sensing the golden light through that chakra. Beautiful golden diamond light. And again, just blending. The chakra itself stays there, but you're just blending the light, merging with the heart. The heart stays as the dominant focus. The heart is the boldest and the brightest. While the other chakras just merge, blend into the heart. Beautiful. And now going to the root chakra. Seeing the root chakra at the base of the spine, pointing downwards towards the feet, spinning 6 inches in diameter. Perceive it going to gold, gold and diamond light. And the root chakra is staying there, but the light now blends into the heart. Beautiful. And now going to the upper chakras. Going up to the throat chakra. Seeing the throat chakra spinning 6 inches in diameter. And seeing and perceiving that chakra going into gold and diamond light. And that light now blending with the heart chakra, and the heart remaining the dominant light in the body. Very good. And now going up to the pineal gland, the pineal chakra, the brow chakra. And perceiving it going into a beautiful golden color, golden diamond light, shining brightly. And now having that light blend and merge into the heart chakra. Very good. And now up to the crown, spinning 6 inches in diameter, pointing straight up to the heavens. Beautiful gold and diamond light. Now having that light blend into the heart. Very good. And now we're going to call in the extended chakra system, both below the feet and above the head. And we're just going to ask the higher self to assist and support us in this process. The higher self knows exactly where these chakras are located. And just commanding forth with love and gratitude. All chakras unify. Unify as one unified field of light within the heart center. Beautiful diamond light. All chakras blending, mending, and merging through the heart center in gold and diamond light. Chakras unify now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And breathe. Beautiful. Okay. So now I'd like for you to just ask yourself, bringing to light what still triggers you, what still frustrates you or angers you, what still pops up for you from time to time. Just noticing this. What emotions come up for you? Is it anger or frustration? Perhaps it's long-term patterns or unresolved fears or angers. Perhaps it's disappointments. Just bring some consciousness to that. And just connecting to the energy, to the frequency of it. Now, what I'm going to invite you to do in a moment is to open your eyes and look at the screen. And when you look at the screen, the very first word that you see is for you. So it should be a fear of. Okay. And if you have a pen and paper, you could write it down. And once you have it, you can close your eyes again. Okay. Very good. And so I'm going to ask you, can you feel this fear in your life? Just feeling into it. And remember, this is connecting back to past lives. So it may not make perfect sense to you. But just connecting and feeling into it. And just really allowing yourself to feel the emotions around it. And how does this affect you? And just bringing consciousness to it. How does this affect you? How does it affect your life? How does it show up for you? And just seeing where does this reside in your body? Where does this feeling sit in your body? Just bringing consciousness to it. Very good. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go a bit deeper with it. And again, I'm going to have you in a moment open your eyes and take a look at the screen. And the first word that pops up for you is for you. And you can open your eyes and take a look and see which do you see first. And this is going to connect you multidimensionally to the wounding, the pain, and the trauma. Which one do you see first? Once you see it, you can close your eyes. Okay. And just feeling into that. And this is connecting you back, 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 back to that which is hidden deep within the unconscious, down to the cellular and molecular levels. And just feeling into it. And we're going to command the clearing. And commanding forth, higher self and healing team. Please clear, heal, and integrate all these files and memories, including all cellular memories, the DNA and the subatomic levels. We are now ready to heal all traumas, all traumatic past lives, at all levels and dimensions, all time frames, realities, and universes. We command that any soul fragments held with these memories are now returned to their owner, fully whole and intact as appropriate. We welcome these soul fragments back. And breathe. We command that the whole holographic matrix be repaired through all layers, through all levels, and then brought into full alignment, full integration and balance to allow for wholeness to emerge. And breathe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Healing team and higher self. We command the clearing at 100% of the core issue, the original cause and the source of its power, any energy attached and all of its effects, through all layers, all levels and dimensions, right to the point of creation. Please balance, clear, and align all the energy fields to enable higher levels of truth and consciousness to embody. And breathe. If anything feels too intense at any time, just some conscious breathing, conscious intent of grounding also helps. And you can just ask your team to just assist and support you, help you to have the energies back off a little bit. Just asking, and they will assist you. In this process, it's important to feel your way through the process. Feel what your body needs. Whatever's coming through for you is what is appropriate for you. And to just trust and allow the process. All right, good. Higher self and healing team, we welcome the awareness of these fears that have been holding us back. We lovingly let it go and ask that it be cleared, balanced, released, and healed and that the changes are integrated with grace and ease through all layers, all levels, dimensions, realities, universes, and time frames. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Healing team, as the soul directs and for the highest will and good, we command a connection to the threefold flame to activate the wisdom, love, and power residing in the heart, to bring more passion, compassion, and inspiration into life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful. Just taking a nice deep breath. Okay. Okay. What we're now going to do is we're going to do a shock and trauma release. That's going to assist and support on the cellular and molecular level to really ground in the healing and the clearing. And at this point, I'm going to ask you to fill in the blank. So in the first part of it, we're going to command the healing, and you're going to say, for myself. And you can speak this out loud, or you could say it silently to yourself. It is more powerful if you speak it out loud. So the first part that I'm going to have you speak out loud is, healing team, I command a healing for, and you're going to say myself. And then you're going to say for whichever fear it was and whichever past life trauma that occurred. So whatever your two are from the session. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to have you repeat after me. So I'm going to say this one slowly. Healing team, I command a healing for myself, for, fill it in, fill in the blank there, multidimensionally. Thank you. Healing team, please bring down healing energy to the points and times where the traumas are held and encoded. Healing team, I command that all memories of shock and previous related actions and traumas be reabsorbed from the cellular memory, from the neurons, the limbic system, and anywhere else it is held. And breathe. Healing team, I command that all memories and shock from previous traumas and accidents be reabsorbed from the cellular memory, from the neurons, the limbic system, and anywhere else it is held. Healing team, please release all shock and trauma from the limbic system. Healing team, please release all shock and trauma from the vagus nerve. And it is important to breathe through this. Your breath assists the process of the clearing and assists energetically with the movement of the commands and the actions that we are laying forth here. And breathing in and out through the mouth is the best. When you breathe in and out through the mouth, you are in the body, and that's where this work is. being done. It's within the body. Very good. Healing team, I command the reabsorption of any negative imprints from other people's stresses, attitudes, beliefs, and fears that were present or are linked to these events. Thank you. Healing team, please reabsorb all shock from the body's consciousness. Healing team, please reabsorb all ancestral and parental imprints of shock and trauma. Thank you. Healing team, I command that all shock at the soul level be reabsorbed and that the soul be grounded back into the body. Thank you. Healing team, I command all toxins at all levels be cleared out of all appropriate channels. Healing team, I command that all blocked and negative emotions, fear, anger, despair, grief, anguish, terror, guilt, shame, blame, hopelessness, helplessness, rejection, abandonment, mistrust, unworthiness, that are related to these shocks and traumas be balanced with the energy of unconditional love. Healing team, please reabsorb all resistance at all levels. Healing team, I command the cellular and the muscular memory systems be regenerated and rejuvenated back to perfection, to the blueprint of the atom Cadman. Healing team, I command the connection from the brain to the spinal cord and to the nerve endings be reconnected and rejuvenated back to perfection. Thank you. Healing team, I command the myelin sheath around the nerve shafts be rejuvenated and regenerated back to perfection. Healing team, I command the cells regenerate themselves at 3 billion per second and send water, energy, oxygen, and any necessary nutrients and chemicals to the site as appropriate. Healing team, I command the etheric fields be repaired back to perfection. Healing team, I command the meridians, the chakras and energy bodies be repaired back to perfection. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm picking up some interference. We just need to clear some interference. It's coming through. Okay. We have some dark forces coming through at the time of the traumas. These are just beings that carry a lot of dark energy. So we're just going to clear them out. Higher self, please clear and remove all these dark energy beings, their attachments and any residual energies at whatever level or dimension that they reside. Please take them to the next highest step where they will be made whole. And please make any necessary repairs to stabilize and secure our energy fields and put up shields to prevent any further interference. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Purity Elohim, break the resonance, please. Seal the fields. Higher self, please raise the vibration of all the bodies to the maximum beneficial vibrations per second to maintain this clearing and keep the soul clear, aligned, and grounded. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Healing team and psychic surgeons, please repair the spine as appropriate. Please correct the spine so that it is perfectly aligned and in perfect communication with the rest of the body to allow for the flow of Kundalini energy. Thank you. Healing team, I command the genetic memory go back to the time before the accidents and the traumas occurred. Healing team, please clear the Akashic and the soul records. Thank you. Healing team, please remove any scarring physically, energetically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Thank you. Healing team, please create the hologram that each of us heal back to perfection, regenerating and rejuvenating. Thank you. Healing team, please return and welcome back all cell and soul fragments and align them to health and to wholeness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Healing team, as the soul directs and for the highest will and good, I command a healing of the fragmentation within the mind and consciousness. We're relating to the dynamic with God, with Spirit, of being nurtured by God and Spirit, and being recognized by God and Spirit, and being joined by God and Spirit, creating perfect reunification, multidimensionally, across all time and space, to the point of creation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Healing team, as the soul directs, and for the highest will and good, I command an opening to new beneficial portals required at this time, and the release of the fear programming that relates to fear of change, fear of the unknown, and fear of our greatness, and to embrace the courage to explore, to adventure with curiosity, to let go, and to step up to the expression of our divine nature. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And taking a nice, beautiful, deep breath. And I wish to share with you the great goddess who has come through in support of this session. And I would like to share with you her message. And her message is that the divine has intended you into being that now is the time to view your world through a reverent and clear lens of unity and connection. the domain of the great goddess, the creatrix of all life, and the great mother of all. It's time to leave the duality behind, the right, the wrong, the good, the bad, the zero-sum game world behind, and enter the space where you can find the sacred ground of sharing without guile, working from the desire that everyone benefits, looking at others as if they are also a reflection of yourself, and taking a humble yet grounded approach to your life right now, being accountable for the energy that you put out into the world, and be aware of how you influence your surroundings. The great goddess reminds you that you may see yourself as different than others, but you are all one in her presence. Treat others as you would be treated, and miracles abound. This is truly an auspicious time in your life to grow and to expand. Unconscious choices and behaviors may be causing a distortion in your world. And difficult feelings are part of the journey of self-discovery. And now is not the time to shy away. In order to survive, you may have been conditioned to suppress what makes you uncomfortable. You might have found yourself in a temporarily awkward place with someone or something, and don't know what your next step should be. Be honest. Say what you don't know, and say when you don't know something, and be open to learning. The great goddess offers you this alignment task. Make the discomfort, the awkwardness, and the uncomfortable sacred. Think of what would happen if you made what you considered a flaw, a loss, or failure a beautiful, integral part of the art of your life. Every breath you take is sacred. Every mistake you make is a gift. And every time you learn from a relationship is blessed. Bless all parts of you and your life, for you are sacred in the heart of the great goddess, who sees only beauty everywhere. We're being called now to let go of all that keeps us separate. The awakening and the ascension is about coming into unity with the all. But in order to come into the unity with the all, we first need to come into unity within ourselves. And that's the journey. That's the awakening and the ascension. Coming into our wholeness and into unity through the heart, through forgiving first ourselves and then others. Having loving compassion for ourselves through this process. Practicing acts of self-love that allow us to open and to go deeper and deeper within ourselves. Trusting ourselves to lean into that which we have ignored or forgotten about, suppressed or kept hidden because it was too uncomfortable. So this is the time, and I want to thank each and every one of you for being here and for being part of this journey and for doing the work and for showing up and for being you. I love you all so much, and I look forward to sharing with you again. Much love. Be well. See you next week.